Let's see. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash. We'd like to give double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do root well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect and the 1/3, pushing us 100% truth across the four winds so we can sit elect and make it to the kingdom. Peace and salutations. All right, so the audio is a lot better. Call Loyal Bashim Shai Bashim Karkadash for that. Beautiful. So we pretty much was just we were trying something new, and we were trying to put both of us on the StreamYards at once. It didn't work. It's whatever. But we got it. We seem to got it now. So we're gonna start right off with Second Timothy's again, if you could, Baba Kasha. Mm-hmm. And Lord's will, this is going to be something we're going to do. You know, from now on, we're going to try to go live at least on a Friday and do a current event before our normal camp day Saturday, because we are at the end. Okay, so it's fitting to go into biblical current events because everything that's going on currently is biblical. Mm-hmm. So let's start off with Second Timothy's. I'm going to share my screen for the Akim and Akwath, and you know, we'll just go from there. Lord's will, this all works. So let me share screen, put that on, bada boom, bada bing. Okay, and we should be good. Shalom, Ramath. Okay, so you want to read that, and I'll pull it up on the screen for him.
All right, I got you. It's 2 Timothy 2 and verse 10, and it says, "Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake."
Right, like right now, and as a lot of brothers are saying as of late, you know, it's very difficult. You know, like before, you could just, you know, press, you know, live and go. Hey, we've been actually trying to go live for about 2 hours now.
Yeah, damn near.
Okay, and you know, a lot of that is Satan, you know, trying to mess with us, get you disenchanted, you know, and you can't allow that. Okay, you cannot allow Shaitan to get in the way of your salvation. Okay, so let's read that again. I got the comment board up so I can see all the brothers and sisters. One more time, brother.
2 Timothy 2 and verse 10. "Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation."
That they may also obtain. So we're not only doing this for our salvation, but for the sheep as well. You know, because we being sheep follow the Lamb wherever we go. But just like a sheep, you got to think about it. Imagine a big herd of sheep. Well, some of the sheep three-quarters of the way back can't see the front, so they got to rely on the couple sheep ahead of them. Mm-hmm. You know, so we got to be leaders. We have to be leaders in this thing as well. Finish that off. I just want to see what endure means.
And it says, "Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahushua Mashiach with eternal glory."
Right. It says endure all things. So what does that mean? We can't just give up.
Right.
You know, exactly. we can't just give up when you know, someone when things get tough. So when you go into the word endure, it means to remain. So we have to remain what? Get it, 2 Corinthians 15 and 58. Mm-hmm. We have to remain steadfast. Okay, we have to remain steadfast and unmovable. All right, this is a team effort. You see, it means to endure, bear bravely and calmly. Oh, that's another thing. When it got a little annoying, but you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell if I was annoyed or the brother Kratazah was annoyed. Oh, it also goes into patient and suffer. Hey, you may think it's a light thing, but you're suffering just trying to go live, you know, just trying to put a video out, just trying to do the work, you know, just to feed the sheep, you know. Mm-hmm. So let's get what we call for
1 Corinthians.
This
1 Corinthians 15 and verse 58. And it says, "Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord."
Always abounding, okay? Always abounding in the work. So, you know, we got together. We're like, hey, man, let's just go live. That's what? Abounding in the work. Mm-hmm. When brothers get together, that's really the first thing on our mind is to do the work, because we're all brought together through Yahweh Bashem El Shai. This isn't just like a team. You know, you got a quarterback that may become best friends with the running back, but y'all have became connected through the same goal, through the same, admirations, and that's to get to the Super Bowl. So us coming together, we're all here together for the same goal, the same admirations, the same outcome, and ultimately that's deliverance. This is why we're going to transpire slowly into current events to update our fellow yoke fellows on what's going on. We had a whole bunch of articles that we were pulling up, and I'm going to look for them again. But this is what we're here to do. We're here to do the work, always abound, and be unmovable. And let's finish it off.
Yep. And it says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord Yahweh Shai, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord.
Yeah, and that's the faith, because we could have just stopped. We tried to go live on our main channel, and we got to wait for YouTube to give us permission. You think a damn twerking, does she need permission to go live? Some Jake that wants to record him playing basketball, they just, it's easy for them because what they're doing is vanity. But what we're doing has substance. It has meaning. And as it says, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right.
So this proves that, all these Israelites that are, in this thing, and now they're teaching and banging staffs. Hey, it's about to get difficult for you. Okay. Because you can't just Kwam Yasharallah and Khan and the white man's the devil until the kingdom comes. You're going to go through ups and downs and bumps and bruises and trials and tribulations. Didn't Yahweh say to Shaitan, but as thou consider my servant Job?
Right.
Oh, you want to go live? The Lord going to throw a bullet pass to Satan on you.
The whole kitchen sink at you.
Hell yeah. But let's keep it going, though. I feel it was customary to go into that, but let's go into what we were speaking about. All right.
A quick precept.
Yeah, bring it out. I'm going to pull up some articles, Lord's will.
This is the book of Sirach.
And I emphasize Lord's will, because this is all the Lord's will.
Right. Right. The Holy Spirit is like the wind.
Right.
This is Sirach 39 and verse 1, and it says, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies."
And be occupied. How they spell that word occupied?
OCCUPIED.
Let's see what occupied mean. Hey, and Lord's will, I'm a son of prayers. I don't know we do this every Friday, or at least once a week, current events. So when you go into the word occupied, it means busy and active. Like Jake saying the West Coast, we active. We active out here. All right. So being occupied means to be busy and active, tasks that kept her occupied for the remaining of the afternoon. Oh, real quick, can you give me 1 Peter's so I can 1 Peter's 4, and you can start at 1.
Got you. Is it 1 Peter's 4?
Yeah, let's go to 1 Peter's 4 based off this definition of occupied. Oh, what does the scripture say? What is our occupation?
It's faith.
But real quick, 1 Peter's.
This 1 Peter's 4 and verse 1, it says,
I believe.
For as much as then as Yahweh Shai have suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind.
Yeah.
For he that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin.
Right. So sometimes the Lord will jack your flesh up to cease you from sinning. Nah, I can't go out tonight, man.
Yeah.
My stomach ain't right.
Yeah.
I can't go right now, dog.
And that's why it's good to be holy.
Now, this is the point, verse 2, because it coincides with occupied. Read that, please.
Verse 2, it says that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lusts of men, but to the will of the Most High Yahweh Shai.
See, going back, occupied. When you're occupied, you are no longer living in the flesh to the lust of men,
Mm-hmm.
but you're occupied in the task of serving the Lord and the remaining in the flesh. You see? So I just wanted that. You got a quick precept?
Mm-hmm.
All right, bring that out.
Quick Salakia.
Yeah, and then let's start transitioning to prophecy again. But that precept just came to mind, you know.
Damn, I just had it, Salakia.
Where were you in?
The one in Ephesians about how we were Gentiles.
Of 2 and 12?
Yeah. No, here it is. Got it right here.
Okay.
This Ephesians 4 and verse I'm
Let's go to that.
gonna start at 17. And it says, "This I say therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, and the vanity of their mind, have the understanding darkened, being alienated."
Having their understanding darkened.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we don't go so hard on our people. We'll get on them and rebuke them, but ultimately, spiritually, we know that they just aren't awoken yet, like we were at one point. You see? Keep going.
And it says, being
alienated. Oh, an alien. You got 144 cases of alien and UFOs. But what is an alien? An alien just means a stranger. Right?
That's right. It says, from the life of the Most High, through the ignorance that this is in them.
That is in them.
Because of the blindness of their heart, who being past feeling, have given themselves over unto lasciviousness to work all uncleanness with greediness. But ye have not so learned Yahushua. If so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahushua. Here's the point right here, that ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man.
Yeah, that word conversation goes into a lifestyle.
The manner of life.
Your manner of life, how you once lived. And that's another thing too. Even the fact of us going into prophecy, you know, we didn't go into prophecy in our old ways because we didn't know what they were.
That's right.
Excuse me, you even have a doctrine with Christianity where they claim all prophecies are fulfilled. What kind of life is that? What a terrible life.
Right.
And that's another thing. Anybody that's into any other books or so-called wisdom, where's the prophecies in it? Where's the foretelling of the future and what you're reading? Read the Quran. Well, where's the damn prophecies in it? You know? Where's the light at the end of the tunnel? Because that's what prophecy is. Prophecy, biblical current events are light at the end of the tunnel for us. All right? Keep going.
And it says that ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust.
Hey, you want to know if you had deceitful lust? Just look at the women you used to desire back in, you know, with no brain and the truth and no walk. Look at what you desire, the things you ate, the things you found attractive, the things that you found cool and calming to your spirit. You look back now like, eh.
I know, right? And it says, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that you put on the new man. Right. And what's that new man? The new man is the new man coming to this truth and not being in the flesh, you know, but serving how about Shema Shai.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And it says,
and most Jake do to become a new man is get new clothes.
Yeah, new fringes.
You know, like, damn, you look like a new man.
Yep.
He's all shaved and bald, like Low Down Dirty Shame. In the movie, he had like a 5 o'clock shadow. He had like a brush cut. And then the nigga went and shaved everything. They said, "Oh, you clean up well." And boy,
like a milk dud. And it says, and that ye put on the new man, which after the Messiah is created in righteousness and true holiness.
Wow.
That was the point. Go back to 1 Peter 4. What's that? 4 and verse 2. It said that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai, and that's the new man.
Right.
You know, because we're not in the world no more. We're not living, you know, for a woman, you know, for ourselves. But now we the truth, you know, we're living, you know, being living sacrifice unto Yahweh Shema Shai.
That's right.
You know,
and a part of that's our mind. Can you get 1 Corinthians 14?
Oh yeah.
And we're just gonna transition now because a part of that new man is your mindset. And your mindset on what? Current events, how you filter things, how you handle situations, We don't walk around emotional anymore, because our eyes are fixated on what? Prophecy.
That's right.
And at the top it says prophecy, a superior gift. Man.
Right.
Read that real quick.
We went to the first verse.
Yep.
Kind of 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 1. It says, follow after charity.
Which we do.
And desire spiritual gifts.
Which we pray for.
Right. And that's one thing too. People on this side, they desire carnal gifts. But those carnal gifts are temporary.
Right.
And it says, for rather that ye may prophesy.
There you go. The NKJV says, pursue love, desire spiritual gifts, but especially that you may prophesy. You see? So at the end of the day, your main focus is prophecy, because through prophecy comes the kingdom. Through prophecy comes the rulership of our king, our savior. So let's get Matthew 24 and around like 30, 31, 32, 33. I want to real quick jump right into this. All right. This is a current event. And like I said, through the spirit, Adon Ratazah, this will be something we're going to attempt to do if it be the Lord's will, where me and the brother get together and we go into basically searching the web for current events that coincide with biblical prophecies and major ones. Okay. And this one is a major one right here. It's well, you got that? It's just Days of Noah 36.
Yeah.
You want to read that real quick?
This St. Matthew 24 and verse 36. And it says, but of that day and hour know that no man.
Yeah, and we're not going to tell you a specific time, hour, or day. Okay? Keep going.
It says, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only.
Yeah.
But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Now, what were they doing in the days of Noah? Keep going.
It says, verse 38, for as in the days that were before the flood.
Yeah, before the first death.
Right.
Okay? Yeah. There's two major deaths that one is taking place and the second one is coming, that will be noted and written and wrote down throughout eternity. Okay? And we are in the age and days of the coming of the second death. Okay? Major.
The second death and the second coming of Yahushua.
Right. So let's read about the first death and the characteristics that took place before then. All right.
St. Matthew 24 and 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. Right.
Like now, people, because it says we don't know the time of our day, but it's going to be as the days of Noah, right? So now they're eating and drinking, but what are people eating and drinking? People, what's that shit called? Sake, excuse my language.
Mukbang.
Yeah, muck. Is it M-U-C?
M-U-K.
M-U-K. That sounds demonic.
Yeah, you be having Jake, they be crab legs and just like sit like this.
It says mukbang, especially in South Korea, a video, especially one that is live streamed, that features a person eating a large quantity of food and addressing the audience.
That's a gluttony.
Can you get Isaiah 66 and start at 12? Look at this, man. And this is why a famine is coming. Okay?
Right, exactly.
This is what people are eating. And look, lo and behold, the damn mascot of Babylon, all right, the niggard woman, okay? This is an abomination. The leprosy of the blonde hair, the unclean food. This food right here that she's eating is supposed to be in the water to clean it, okay? Do you know that we live on a water world? 73% water, if I'm not mistaken. And she's taking, now not just her, but this culture is taking the maids and servants of water out of it to eat it. All right? Now let's read that.
This is the book of St. Isaiah 66 and verse 12. For thus said the Lord, behold, I will extend peace to her like a river, and the glory of the Gentiles Gentiles like a flowing stream. Then shall ye suck, ye shall be borne upon her sides, and be dandled upon her knees. As one whom his mother comforted, so will I comfort you, and ye shall be comforted in Jerusalem.
Yep.
And when ye see,
now this is future. This is a
Yep.
future event, but before all this can take place, keep going.
Verse 14, and when ye see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like an herb.
Yeah, you imagine the day where you're not going to see this, all right?
Oh, man.
You're not going to see our women at that, even heathens eating abominable foods, okay? Keep going.
And it says, and your bones shall flourish like an herb, and the hand of the Lord shall be known toward his servants, and his indignation toward his enemies. Verse 15, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, excuse me, to render his anger with fury.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, looking at this, you get angry. You know, you got people in America, you got 40 million Americans that don't even know, mind you, they're working class, 40 million Americans that don't even know where their next meal's coming from. Keep going.
And it says, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. And with those flames of fire, those laser beams,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
that concentrate of fire.
Yep.
Verse 16, it says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
Yeah, that word plead is mashapat, judgment.
Right. And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Yeah, real quick, 4 days ago, 20 million Americans still don't have enough to eat.
Yeah.
You see that? You see? They don't have nothing to eat. Keep going. But then you got, in the midst of that, you got mukbanging. You know?
And then on top of that, you have these big corporations, these food chains, they throw away food.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Verse 17, and it says that they sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst.
Yep.
Eating swine's flesh.
Eating swine's flesh. That's what you see, right? Eating swine's flesh, making it a delicacy, splitting parts of pig dog, hot dog. They call it a hot dog. And then they make a delicacy out of it, and then they get millions of views.
Oh, my goodness.
Keep going.
It says, eating swine's flesh.
Yep.
And the abomination.
And this is the abominations. Keep going.
And the mouse shall be consumed together.
And the mouse, the Chinese food. Yep. Keep going.
And the mouse shall be consumed together. And that's one thing too, is actual videos of Moabites, you know, taking dogs, you know, off the streets and back in their, the restaurants.
Yep. Look at this demon on this woman right here. Look at the demon on her. You see? And this is ridiculous, but this is the spirit. This is the days of Noah. Okay? Eating. That's why Yahushua said a famine's coming. You see? But let's keep going. Finish it off. The mouse, please.
Shall be consumed together, saith the Lord.
There you go. And the slain of the Lord
shall be many. Yeah. Verse 16.
You already read it?
Yeah.
One more time. One more time.
Isaiah 66 verse 16. For by fire and by his sword shall the Lord plead with all flesh.
Yep.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
There, and this is just one aspect. You know? Look, you got KFC, McDonald's, McDevils, Burger King, Chick-fil-A's, Taco Bell's, RB, you know, In-N-Out, all of it. And this is the spirit Americans are in, trust me. And I'm going to say this too. A lot of you women are in this spirit, man. So let's go back to the days of Noah. All right. Let's go back.
Back and say Matthew 24 and verse 38.
Yep.
For as in the days that were before the flood,
yep,
they were eating and drinking,
yep,
marrying and giving in marriage.
Oh, and drinking, you got big ass Jakes gulping down 2 liters.
Oh yeah, like 10 seconds.
Yep. Sodas. That's a demon. All right. Let's get that real quick. Okay. I just wanted to see. Yeah, this guy right here. You know, eating and drinking. 2 liter Sprite cranberry chugged in under a minute. This is a potion. Okay? This is a potion. And you call it a soda. You got something? All right. And then we'll finish Noah, the days of Noah. Then we're going to get an article pertaining to it. We're building up to something right here.
This Lamentations 4 and verse 8. Their visage is blacker than the coal. They are not known the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It is become like a stick. And that's going in about the famine, because when things hit the fan, people are gonna be, fucking dying of starvation. Excuse my language. People are gonna be dying of starvation. And when you die of starvation, your body's basically eating your, itself, from the inside out.
Because to survive.
Yeah.
Because your body's a machine.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly. And people like gonna be like actually seeing people's bodies. What's that word, like malnutrition?
Yeah.
Like those kids out there, in the third world countries and things like that. People are going to be dying of starvation.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be an actual famine of food and water. And it says, it is withered, it has become like a stick. Verse 9, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. So people who die of the gun or, of any killing object, like they're better off because people that die of starvation is gonna be worse than people that have died by the sword. The gun.
Hell yeah, because that's a slow death.
Right.
That's a slow death. To starve to death.
Hallucinations come into play.
Well, you should read Matthew 24:38 and then jump to 13, the famine.
Oh yeah.
Because it'll all tie in.
Back in, let me finish this real quick.
Yeah, and then I got an article. Then we'll go to finish that.
Got you. Lamentations 4:9, and it says, "They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through the want of the fruits of the field."
Yeah, like right here, this is terrible. Now we're not laughing at this.
Yeah.
We don't find this enjoyable to watch, but this is the reality that's coming to America because people want to live off this mukbang, gluttonous, overeating, abomination, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a judgment that's going to come for that. So let's finish Matthew.
I got one more. I'm sorry, brother. This is the book of St. Luke, chapter 6, and verse 25. It says, "Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep." And right now, people, they're gonna full out, consuming these abominations, having mukbangs, things that nature. But soon, they're gonna be, dying of starvation.
What verse was that?
24.
Okay, I'm just trying to pull them up as you're reading them for anybody, to see, All right, so let's go to 20. Let's finish Matthew's because all of this is tying in.
Mm-hmm.
This is biblical events. Let's read that.
Matthew 24:38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking.
Right, and we just went into the current eating and drinking.
Mm-hmm.
So they're overeating and over drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Right, keep going.
Marrying and giving in marriage.
Now this, I don't even want to go deep in because what are they marrying now? It's the ABC. It's the ABC community. I'm not even going to pull any pictures up for y'all on that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but you brothers and sisters, now that's this scripture. They're not just marrying man and woman.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's wild what they're doing now, and people find and they're normalizing it.
There's no holds barred with that shit.
All right, but let's keep going.
And it says, until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Right, which reminds me of Isaiah 6, how long, O Lord,
mm-hmm.
till the cities be wasted?
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be doing this until destruction comes.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to mukbang until they can't muck and bang no more. They're going to marry till they can't marry no more, freak off till they can't freak no more.
Mm-hmm.
You see? Keep going.
Verse 39, and knew not until the flood came, right? And knew not until the flood came, and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
There you go. Now, real quick, this is something spiritual. We're in the days of Noah, of marrying and giving in a marriage. And look at what just happened 7 hours ago. Groom tragically dies at altar, which Babylon's an altar.
That's right.
As bride is walking down the aisle with her son. You see? So this is the days of Noah, and the Lord is sending out judgment. And I want to say last year, the year before that, the Lord killed like a whole wedding.
Oh yeah.
Remember in the limos?
Yeah. Yep.
You got a lot of death around weddings, man. But we're in the days of Noah. These people don't know that. Allison Wynn with her partner, Paul Wynn, they have no idea that this is judgment from the Lord. But this is why, through the Spirit, we're doing current biblical events, because we are marrying current events with biblical prophecy. So if you have the eyes to see, then you can see this, okay? Like Yahushua said real quick This is my new favorite scripture, John 8, real quick. See, because everything that's going on, not everyone can see this on a biblical standpoint, because it's not meant for everybody to see this biblically like we can. That's why it says Yahushua is going to come as a thief in the night to them. It's John 8 and 47. He that is of the Most High heareth the Most High's words. Ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of the Most High. So a lot of these things that are taking place, people are not looking at them on a biblical standpoint, because the Lord hasn't opened them up to see this on a biblical level.
That's right.
You know, like they say, oh my gosh, this is happening on a biblical proportion.
Yep.
You got some?
Yep.
And remember, for edification, we still got to read Matthew 24,
13.
the famine and all that.
Okay,
you know, just for edification. But read what you got.
It's St. Amos 3 and verse 6, and it says, shall I trumpet be blown the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?
And 99.9.5% of people do not know that when evil is done, it's through the Lord.
That's right.
So if you're familiar with the story of Job, take the story of Job, you know, or the account in 1 Kings, and understand that a council took place. Then the Lord said, drop his ass.
Yeah.
Okay? The Most High had this done. It says a bride has shared her devastation after her husband-to-be died at the altar. Very spiritual.
Yeah.
Because Esau's the sacrifice at the altar.
That's right.
Just minutes before they were due to wed. Let's see. It says the 57-year-old about to marry his partner, not his partner, his wife.
Right.
His woman. But go and see Esau's little
Moab.
You know, you got Moab and Moaz Esau. It says to marry his partner of 21 years, which they already were married. That's for another lesson. Allison Wynn, after proposing in October 2019, and then they had no idea that such amount of time later, the Lord have his ass dropped like a surrogate.
Damn.
You know, with Bruce Willis.
The movie, yep.
Okay, so let's go back. What do you got? And we'll keep going. Let's get some more events.
Matthew.
Right? Yeah. Real quick.
It's St. Matthew 24 and verse 7. And it says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Yep, and you just had a major earthquake. Damn, there was another 7.3 that took place like yesterday. I'll look it up. I'll Google it. Read it again.
Yep. St. Matthew 24 and 7, it says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines.
Yeah, a nation shall rise against nation. War. Okay, rumors of war. Right, you have that right now. We can literally Google right now a current event on war.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
And it says, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences.
Famines, right? You got famines going on, and you got different variants of pestilences going on.
Yep.
Right?
And earthquakes.
Yep.
In diverse places.
Well, let's look that up real quick. Let's put earthquakes in. Okay, let's put recent earthquake. All right, we got a drum roll. Recent earth. Let that sink in. Earthquake. The earth is quaking.
Right.
Okay? The earth is quaking. Let's see. 1 mile in California. Oh, you got a whole bunch. Recent. June 28th. What's today? The 2nd?
Yep, July 2nd.
July 2nd? Yep. July 2nd, 4:14. All right, you just had an earthquake. Yep. July 2nd, 1:38. Look, January 28th, 11:14. 14. All right. So you got earthquakes happening.
Non-stop.
Famines happening.
Pestilences.
The water pestilence happening.
And war.
And wars happening. Let's look up real quick zombie deer. Let's see how the zombie deer is going on. Let's see if that's still taking place. Let's look. Zombie deer. 1 week ago, wildlife officials issue emergency over following positive CWD test at deer breeding sites. 2 weeks ago, invasion of zombie deer.
Oh,
animals with chronic waste and disease found near NY border. 1 week ago, zombie deer found close to New York State border. You see? Okay? The biblical current events are astounding.
I got a quick article, matter of fact.
What is it? What's it called?
It's off Shed the Fan Plane, actually.
Okay, I'm there.
And it says
what's the date?
It is,
if you click back,
June 30th.
June. Okay. All right, you read it. I'll find it. What's the title?
It's, 5 Bizarre New Plagues.
Okay, give me a sec. Right here.
Right
Got
there.
it.
Yep.
Look at that, man. Current events. And why wouldn't you want to be in the prophetic,
endowed in it,
endowed in the prophetic, realm of this truth, man? Mm-hmm. It's nonstop. Yahushua said, "Out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water." Right. The prophecies are flowing, baby. Mm-hmm.
And these are all signs before the return of Yahushua.
And this is just one aspect.
Right. Plagues.
Yep.
Pestilences.
Yep.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, if you want to read it.
It says 5 bizarre new plagues that have made headlines in the United States within the last 30 days.
Damn. And it's in the last new moon.
Yeah, yep, exactly. That's crazy, yep. And I'll read this real quick.
Yeah, read whatever you want.
It says, everywhere you look, things are getting weird. And I don't mean that in a good way, right? Because this is the last days of the last days.
Well,
things are happening. You gonna say?
No, I'm sorry. You got it.
I was gonna say, like, things are happening in a very biblical manner.
Well, real quick, he said things are getting weird.
Mm-hmm.
Really quick. Hold on. Weird. WEIRD. Is that it?
Yeah,
I'm going to show you, brothers and sisters. Guess what the word weird means? The word weird means having power to control fate. So to people, it's getting weird. This is just the Lord controlling his movie.
The Lord's will.
That's
right.
That's all it is. The Lord controlling his movie. That's all I wanted, but you got it.
And it says, and I don't mean that in a good way. It says, throughout all of our ups and downs over the decades, one thing that our society could always count on for a certain degree of consistency was nature. But now nature is going haywire at the same time that the very fabric of our society seems to be unraveling all around us. Not our society, Esau's society.
Right.
His kingdom.
Right.
And it says...
Well, it says the earth shall rise up against him.
Oh, yep, that's right.
The word nature just means growth. Mm-hmm. So prophecy is growing,
mm-hmm.
You got it.
And it says in this article, I'm going to share with you a number of items that have been brought to my attention over the past month. On their own, each one of these items is quote unquote unusual, but the fact that so many really strange things are all happening simultaneously is definitely cause for alarm. In this article, I'm not going to bring in stories from the rest of the globe. For example, right now, right now, a horrific plague of mice is causing massive problems in Australia. Perhaps I will talk about this in a future article, but in this one, I'm going to focus on this country.
Yeah, good, because this country's Babylon. Judgment is coming for Babylon, But let's jump down.
Yep. So the first plague, it says a plague of rattlesnakes.
Now, didn't the Lord send snakes before?
Yes.
Let's get it.
Yep. The Exodus.
I'm gonna go to Numbers 21.
Oh, you're talking about that one. Okay, Slakia.
Real quick, let's prove the Lord sent a plague of snakes. All right.
I got it right here.
Yep.
This is Numbers 21, and let me start at
6.
Verse 6. Verse 6, and it says, "And the Lord sent fiery serpents among
poisonous."
Right. Yep.
Because the rattlesnakes are poisonous. You got it.
And it says, "And the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and much people of Israel died. And therefore the people came to Moses and said, We have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord and against thee. Pray unto the Lord that he take away the serpents from us." And Moses prayed for the people. And the Lord said unto Moses, "Make thee a fiery serpent, and set it upon a pole, that it shall come to pass that every one that is bitten, when he looketh upon it, shall live." Yeah,
so the point was the Lord sent fiery serpents upon our people. And this is why today you have ambulances, the ambulance.
Yep.
You have ambulances with the staff with the snake around it. Mm-hmm. But we just wanted to show you that the Lord sends poisonous snakes.
That's right.
So let's keep going back in the article, because we're just gonna zip through. We're gonna get a couple more. So that's one plague. Let's go down. Oh,
yep.
Grasshoppers.
Yep.
Come on. We don't need to go to Exodus for that.
Yep. You might have to.
We got to go to Exodus for that. It says that I shall send plagues on Egypt as before.
That's right.
Okay? So plagues are being sent to Mizraim as before. Matter of fact, let's get that while you're getting that.
I got it right here.
Okay, you read it loud, and I'm going to get something out.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 10 and verse 12. And it says, and the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand over the land of Egypt for the locusts, that they may come up upon the land of Egypt and eat every herb of the land, even all that the hail hath left. And Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt, and the Lord brought an east wind upon the land all that day and all that night. Dang, so there's going all day and all night. And it says, and when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts, and the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt and rested in all the coasts of Egypt. Very grievous were they before them that were no such locusts as they, neither after them shall be such. For they covered the face of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened, and they did eat every herb of the land, and all the fruit of the trees which the hail had left, and there remained not any green thing of the trees or in the herbs of the field through all the land of Egypt. Right, man. So Yahweh sent a plague through Moses, all right, of locusts, and right here you got a plague of grasshoppers, which today will be what, a locust,
right?
You know, and this is happening right now in the U.S. You know,
little critters,
the modern day Egypt.
Well, let me read this. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm.
And a mighty hand and stretched out arm of suit. The chariots, the livers, how it shine.
And smite Egypt with plagues as before.
Right, as before. Right, what's that Egypt right now? America, the U.S., you know?
And will destroy all the land thereof.
And that's plain, because ultimately, you know, Yahweh's going to send nuclear destruction on upon Egypt, America, you know, by way like through Russia, through China, so on and so forth.
NATO and EU.
Right, the beast. NATO and EU, right, the beast.
It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it.
Right.
That's some judgment for your ass. All right.
The third one, it says, birds dropping dead in very large numbers.
Oh, it says, a bird shall not fall out of, without the Most High say so.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
You know, let's keep going.
The fourth one, it says, unprecedented flooding in Detroit.
Oh, the first death. But the world won't be destroyed by flooding.
That's right.
Okay, keep going.
And the fifth and last one, it says, the worst heat wave to ever hit the Northwest.
Ooh. Yeah, can you get Isaiah? It's that 29 and 6.
Yep.
The Lord shall visit the earth. Oh, didn't Joshua have the sun stand still? You know how hot it was with that sun standing still? Ain't no shade.
This is Isaiah 29 and verse 6, and it says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake and great noise."
With thunder, with earthquakes, that's a sign, right?
And great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire.
Now that flame ultimately is going to be the nukes, but the Lord got that sun turning up on you right now. You know,
I believe last year on the whole East Coast was under a heat dome. You know?
Right? Yeah, August was the hottest it's ever been in Rochester in 8 years. Yep. We was at camp. You know, so what is this showing you, man? All right, things are happening on a biblical proportion. You know, things are happening out here in the real world, and no one has the answers but the men of the Lord through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem El Shai.
Right.
You know?
And did you want that more in Matthew 24?
Hell yeah. Let's finish that real quick. Let's get a couple more. We'll zoom through this and we'll probably wrap it up.
Back in Matthew 24 and verse, 7 again. For nations.
Hey, real quick. It says, it is so dry in California, that the drinking water is literally starting to taste like dirt.
Damn.
The Lord is slowly wringing this place out, man.
Try, literally. And it says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8. And it says, all these are the beginning of sorrows.
Woo! We are in the beginning of sorrows.
That's right. I got one real quick.
Yeah.
This is the book of Second Esdras, my favorite chapter.
Oh, look what's coming to L.A. Ain't no more parties in L.A. I'm not even going to read it. You better see it. You see, that's coming back. You better use wisdom out there and tap your left arm when you walk in somewhere.
Right.
You better do like how the Moors do. You know, they do that shit.
Yep. I know what you mean. This Second Esdras 9, and I'm going to jump down. You want to start from the top? Or
wherever the Spirit tells you, brother.
All right. And Second Esdras 9 and verse 5, and it says, for like as all, well, start from 4. Start from the top, might as well. Verse 1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And how are we doing that? Well, actually, it's going to say it. And it says, and when thou seest part of the night past, which I told you before, you see the signs. We are seeing more cherries sightings, more blood moons, more talks about war, more plagues being bestowed upon Babylon, earthquakes upwards of the people. And it says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and upwards of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world had the beginning and the end, and the end is manifest. And that's right, because we're living, in a very serious time. People are out here, they're just lackadaisical, not knowing, the time that we're living in.
Remember it said until the flood came.
Right, that's right.
So they're going to be lackadaisical until the flood. That's what we also have to understand too with being in this movie. You have to understand the people you're dealing with have been selected to play a part, and they can't go outside of that. There's a lot of people that aren't set up to understand what we know, so don't try to force it on them. They're not going to get it. You're Truman, and this is the Truman Show.
That's right.
So the Wadi Abashim Shai for us getting it and knowing these things.
Just like how it says in Wisdom of Solomon, they're born in vain.
Yep.
Keep going real quick.
We're about to wrap it up.
Verse 9, it says, it's like it. Verse 6, and it says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders, and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. That's the point right there,
Yep. There you go. I just wanted to look this up real quick. If you ain't got nothing, that's pretty much it. World War III fears as U.S. warned it could face Pearl Harbor-style attack as Russia conducts war games off Hawaii. World War III fears as Chinese state media revealed 3-stage battle plan to invade Taiwan as U.S. stages war games 2 hours ago. Vladimir Putin says Russia would easily win World War III. Get that, Revelations 11:14, please.
Easily.
And then we'll end it on the precept you got.
This Revelation 11 and verse 14, and it says, the second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Cometh quickly. And guess what? The second war was less than 100 years ago.
That's right.
All right. So what you got, brother? We'll end it on that.
Isaiah 46 and verse 10, and it says, declaring the end from the beginning,
Woo!
And from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand.
The Lord's counsel shall stand. Keep going.
And I will do all my pleasure. Meaning what? Meaning that the Lord's going to do what he pleases.
Yep.
And that was all that I had.
Beautiful. Let's just do one more Google. Are we living in biblical times? Let's just see. How to live in climate, permanent emergency, what America desperately needs. Joe Rogan's too big to cancel, demolishing Palestinian homes for Israel. Yep, we're living in biblical times. Yeah, this is why you gotta can you end it on Ezekiel 33 and 31?
Oh yeah.
This is why, hey, man, when it comes to current events, knowledge, truth, understanding what's what, up and down, hey, you have to go back to the scriptures. Okay, you have to go back to the scriptures. We'll read and end it on that.
St. Ezekiel 33 and verse 31, and it says, "And they came unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them."
Yeah, that's a lot of Jake, Shalom, Shalom, King. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
I'll be back next Saturday.
Right. Keep going.
And it says, "For with their mouth they show."
But then we're coming to a time there might not be a next Saturday. You know?
The things are speeding up.
That's right.
For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness.
That's why all you brothers and sisters, just like us, hey man, it's one thing to be on the comment board, it's one thing to be on a lesson, but it's another to walk in your own individual walk serving the Lord.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, when the shit hits the fan, you ain't gonna be able to Google your way out of this one. Right. You got to be steadfast, 10 toes in, down for Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, and that's all of us.
So that works.
Yep. Let's keep going.
Verse 32, "And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument."
Keep going.
"For they hear thy words, but they do them not."
So there is a portion of our people that compliment us, that shalom us, that all praises, but behind that camera, behind that keyboard, they're honestly a nigga. So we got to look at these scriptures and examine ourselves and make sure we're doing what we need to do, before the eyes of the Lord. It just happens to be recorded now on these electronics. You see? So you got to make sure you're doing everything you need to do so you are right with Yahweh Bashem El Shai in that day, man. Okay? Because everything that's going on, everything that is written is getting ready to fully come to pass. And let's end it right there in 33.
Verse 33, and it says, "And when this come to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet has been among them."
There you go. So we're coming to the time where scoffers, scorners, demons, undesirables, naughty figs, there's gonna be put in a position where they're gonna be humbled down and say, "Damn, they were right." Boom, and then judgment. So you got any closing words?
No.
Hey, so we just wanted to do this lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem El Shai. And real quick, the beloved brother Kazak by Yahawada, we will end it on this. Sirach 18 and 20, before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy. And that's all we want. We all want that mercy, We want the mercy from Yahweh Bashem El Shai, and we're just going to continue to do what we are set up to do before that day comes, and Lord's will, you brothers and few sisters, you were edified and moved through the spirit as we were. And Adon Ratazah Yahweh Bashem El Shai will keep this on our spirit to continue to do biblical current events until these events fully come to pass and deliverance comes.
That's right.
So we want to say, call Allah, Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do rule well, and peace and salutations to the Lord's elect.
Shalom.
Shalom.